Hey everyone, welcome to another video. As you can see, this is not me in the video talking, but a pre-recorded audio that I'm doing just because I forgot to turn on the mic at the beginning. Setting OBS, sometimes it's giving me some headaches here and there, but I'm getting familiar with the process. And if you excuse the beginning of the video for not having audio, later you will notice that I'm starting to get the hang of things. It definitely is a challenge, but I welcome it. I have been getting better and better, and I think in this video I did a good job of explaining and going through everything that I'm doing. Definitely this one is more interesting than the first one if I compare them. And if I quickly go over what I did in this muted part, it's basically rearranging the shoulders that in the beginning were really pushed apart. After I realized that the audio was muted, I tried to re-explain what I went over. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a brief introduction, and yeah, gonna just go and leave you guys with the video. It's really unfortunate, but yeah, you should be able to hear me just fine. And I do have an issue. I need to work on a way to fix that. Thanks. Okay, so we got our sound back. So one thing that I want to do is just focus on the spine for now. And we're gonna follow something more, something like this, maybe. We're gonna try to follow this structure. And this model, if you take a look at it, it has two main joints here, and ours have well, it's two big ones and one small one, so maybe we can keep this one on the, maybe I can just extract this guy, then I select these three objects. Actually this is made of three pieces, I just realized, and then we combine them together. Now we go back to our spine. Not sure why it had a black color there, but yeah, now we have our spine, and I think it's good if we, yeah, maybe we can make this one bigger. Another thing that we can do is we combine these two guys together. Still not gonna touch these guys, but you know, maybe just not to get distracted by these objects, we can do the same thing that we did previously. And that will be to select this guy, and let me just bring it here and place it outside like this. And for these guys, I don't know if you remember, but we did model some sort of piston, so maybe we can already work on that. So let me delete these two guys, and I also believe we don't need these guys anymore, so let's just get rid of it. This cylinder, I don't think we need it. Yeah, it's good to sometimes do a house cleaning. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. Okay, let me just get rid of this one as well, and now we can focus on the rib cage. So maybe I can take this guy and let's first do something like this. Let's take this row here, and then this other one, just this right, this. Let's make it a bit smaller. Maybe I don't need this guy, so for now I'm just going to select the whole thing, and don't want to completely get rid of it, so I'm just going to Control X and Control V to copy and paste, well, to cut and paste, so that I can maybe move this over. Let's try to do, whenever I do this, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna force myself to use the tweak mode. So let me just go back to that and move it to the side using the tweak mode. This is just to, you know, get more speed using it. But before that, I want to make sure that we just hide, or maybe even ghost. Yeah, this is better. Now I can select this and this thing. I cut and paste. Now I select the whole thing, move it to the side with tweak mode. Jesus, if I don't lose my selection. Tweak mode to the side, and so fuse those guys so that it doesn't happen again. Now let's go back to our rib cage. So now I need to definitely transform these points because I'm going to move them maybe a bit to this side and just use the mouse wheel so I can control some sort of influence on the transformation. Maybe I can move this to this side, and sorry, I forgot again to switch the screens. Maybe there is some sort of reminder that I can use for that not to happen to me, or I just need to get better. That's exactly what I need to do. So, but that's why I'm streaming in the first place, so we can get better. Okay, so for now I'm just going to connect these guys, and actually I don't even know how to start. That's why I'm going back and forward. So move this and maybe something like this. Okay, maybe okay. So now maybe we can do a loop cut here and move this guy here like this, and that looks a bit better. I'm going to do the same thing for this, so I'm just going to convert the points and use the mouse wheel again. Now just going for the row, moving these guys here. Hey, let's use the tweak tool. Okay, so now it's something. Let me do the same thing here, and I think I can delete this guy, so let's just do that so we don't complicate ourselves with unnecessary geometry. So I move this down and this one down again. Okay, so maybe one piece of detail that I can take from this is you see how it's caving in to make space for the shoulder. I think I can borrow that detail. So let me switch back, and I push this one in, increase the selection, and I do that one once again. Here, tweak mode, move this up, tweak mode up. Okay, just select the visible ones, and there is another thing that I like to do. So we move up. Now I do T for extend. I move it down, and you know, this is difficult, but I think we can make it. So I can do this. Now, you know, this guy is giving us some trouble, and I think if I just push it along the normal with peak, it's gonna fix that. So I'm just going to do now tweak down again. Yeah. So, and if you notice, we're sort of creating some sort of space for like the cables and stuff that are gonna be coming soon. So that's good. Tweak and on C, and now tweak up. Okay, so I can move on the C, do some more tweaking. So let's do that. Okay, so let's do it like this. And now down again. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to tweak to the side, and I think it's looking like something, definitely. Maybe something like this, and yeah, man, tweak mode so useful. maybe, not sure if I want it to be round or not. So let me just flatten this and yeah, smooth the whole thing up. And this is what I didn't want it to do, because I mean I was procrastinating on doing this, but I think what I need to do is just copy this, select everything, select the copy I mean, and I flip it. Obviously the normals are flipped, so one thing that I need to do is not fuse, but the flip command, just there. Now we borrow the front geometry and we use it to create the back geometry, and we use it to create the front geometry. So now we have something like this, and I would like to isolate it. So we only see this guy, and we already know that we have some cover on the front because we modeled it previously. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this one as well. We're also gonna get rid of this loop right here, like this. And yeah, the only complicated part is, okay, maybe one thing I can do just to simplify the process for now is get rid of the thickness. Getting rid of we're getting rid of the thickness. And I think, let me do that here as well. I can just create like a bridge here. Let's see what happens. If I press, while the command is still available, if I press C or parent slider, I can add one more cut. I can select this thing and move it in. And I think this works best if it's actually on the, instead of going up, it's coming in. Yeah, something like this, and maybe we do one more sting, and now I flatten the edge. Something like that. Okay, so now I move this one in, do that again. Maybe I move it down and down again, this time with tweak tool. Now do the same with this one. Okay, let me just, okay. So for the quick selection to work, I need to, nothing have to be selected. That makes sense actually. And I'm also thinking of getting rid of the thickness here because it's only going to complicate things down the line. So no thickness for now. Yeah, only the cover. Maybe this as well. Because now that I have it like a flat sheet, what I can do is I select everything and press thickness. The thickness command is over here somewhere. Thickness should be over here. Here, which is Shift T for me. So I will just do something like, sorry, it's not working for some reason. Shift T, and yeah, let's figure out. Yeah, I think maybe it's not working because of these guys. Maybe it's confusing the node. Let's try that one more time. Shift T. Yeah, that was it. And as you can see, we get thickness. So it's better to work like on a flat sheet like this. So right now, I'm really liking at least this section right now, but we definitely need to work on the front side. So maybe I can push this and push this, move this up. get rid of this guy, move this up again. Maybe we move up only these two. This and maybe these two don't need to be connected, so let's choose something like this. I slide these guys and now I slide this loop, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Let's go to the back again. Now I can extend down and I could slide this guy in. Let me see if on the reference there is like a backside. I don't think I got it. So yeah, definitely don't have it there. But it's something like this. I will just copy and paste this guy. Give me a second here. Something like this, and these two will be joined. Shift N, flatten. Now we got something like this, and these two should be bridged together. I don't know why that didn't work, but let's try it again. So I select this guy, and now I select this guy, and I press H for bridge. I'm not sure why we're getting more than one polygon, so I'm going to bring up the geometry information, selection only, and let's see if something's up. So 1, 1, 1, and 1. So yeah, that was weird, but let me at least put 3 more there. So now I'm going to push this guy in like this, and maybe 3 was excessive. So I'm definitely pushing these guys in like this. I'm gonna use the brush for now. Just gonna do. I'm thinking this is. Can always flatten the edge. So no worries there. And can push it in. Something like this, but yeah, it's looking to me like it's too small, especially for those shoulders. So maybe instead of can tweak it out. I think that's better. Maybe a little bit more, not so much these guys. And let's push this. Let's move it down this edge. Oh yeah, I think it's coming together. This one with this one, and now it makes more sense. And these two. Well, this one, I can move it down. This one, I can move it up, slide this guy. I think this one should be down, like this. Yes, something like that. This is good. Now we should definitely, if I do, I press the dot button. Dot will be the grow command. I can only keep this one polygon. One thing that I can do now is choose, I could choose, if I shift click, I get a new. Oh, wait a second, these two are not combined. So I can extract, select the two objects, and I go here and combine them. Now go back to the pen tool. If I'm able to select it, of course. And I can merge these two guys. Yeah. Sometimes if the model is too big or too small, the pen tool can have trouble selecting the points for snapping. So yeah, I think this is looking good. Maybe I need a little bit more geometry here and here. Actually, I think I just need more geo here, like this. Wait a second. This. Now I can select the whole thing. I can maybe do a flatten. This. And I can move it there with the tweak tool. Maybe up a little bit. And I can rotate it, this one as well. Let's rotate this guy and scale it down. Tweak it to the right. Tweak it to the right as well. Move this guy down and left. And now we have a bit more geo. Maybe we can get rid of, okay, maybe something like this. Yeah. And move the whole thing up. Yeah. So I think, I'm not too sure about this technique, but I think I can select only these edges and then I do a knife and it only affects, okay, never mind. Let me see if we can figure something here, because I think it's possible. But no, don't remember exactly. Maybe we can just do this and call it a day. We can figure that one later. So just gonna do it like this, and maybe let's make this guy meet each other. Now I'm trying to do the snapping, but it's not letting me for some reason. Yeah, I think we're having some trouble right now with the point and the scales. But it's okay. Just a little less convenient, that's it. Move this one up. Then we come here and move this one down, this one up, this one to the left. And yeah. Maybe I can push this one down so we make some sort of a hold, like a. Then we can put something here, because this guy definitely needs like a heart or something. So for now, I'm thinking. Let's put a, shocking, right? Let's put a tube here. Something like this, and let's move it up. Rotate it a little bit. Now we put it in place. Let's see this from the side. Something like this, and let's just. I think I learned something new. Okay, Control Shift on the corner and we can do this. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Now Shift click here and do it like this, and we definitely need to color this thing. And it's really early still to add detail to this guy, but maybe we can already do something so it's not as boring. So something like this, maybe we do a cut here, something like that. And I select these two guys and push them up. Then I do this, and as you can see, we're not working with symmetry right now, so why don't we fix that? So let me just delete this one side, and if you guys remember, when the objects don't show on the mirror side, what we need to do is just refresh this guy. So let me just do this and then do it again, and now we're mirroring. Excellent. So let me hide this. And yeah, now we have for like an energy core or something. So I'm also thinking that maybe the device can host a number of cells. So maybe this is like the rotary part. I don't know, maybe something like this. And then I tweak out, this, and maybe we can have like, let me Control C, Control V, and select this guy and move it down. Let me flatten it. I could have just extruded that part, but I'm hesitant because I still want to have a cylinder, perfect cylinder. So let me thicken this guy, and so now we have something like this. And what I'm thinking is maybe move this one like this and open. Oh, wait. Something like that for now. And this can be made so that it has power cells here. So this is like the main motor or heart, whatever. And maybe you can put extra batteries here. Oops. Like, let me see if I can make sense of this. Something like, if I delete this and then yeah, just a second here. Maybe I don't need this one, and I select this. Okay, so let's get rid of the walls. And I select these three guys. I push them in. Like this. Tweak up. Let's forget about, could fix this, but let's just get rid of it. And I can copy and paste and do this. Let me just fix this real quick. Let's round this a little bit, something like this. We haven't done rounded details in the whole design yet, but maybe this is a good chance to. It will be something like this. Obviously, yeah, you know what? Forget about you know what this could be? This could be something like, if I see it on the side and do a cut, what we can do with this is some sort of handle. So I'm gonna do that on these two sides, do a bridge. Now we have like, I think I made a mistake, so. Okay, select this side and this side, this side and this side, bridge. Yeah, the bridge is getting confused. One way that I found to help it is which we can do a bridge of two, only two, and then, well, now I can just do a fill and do a quadrangle grid. Okay, seems like we're still having trouble. So maybe we can do one more bridge and see if that fixes it. Let me put a fill here. Quadrangle grid, okay. Fill, quadrangle grid. I forgot that if I just press C, I switch to quadrangle grid. Now we can color this piece and maybe we can make it, I don't know, dark blue. Maybe the handle can be another color. So Control-Shift-C for color, and we can make it like dark gray. And this guy is coming here. For sure needs to be thicker and taller. So let's choose, maybe I can also extract this guy, so Alt-E to extract it, and now it's a new object. And now it's easier to work with. I can also do a knife, select only this guy side. Well, I didn't need to do a knife, but okay. I can select the handle and just do extrude it in like this. Also scale it down. Maybe do something like this. You know, I'm thinking maybe if I could scale these guys down. Something like this. Okay, maybe only this side, and we tweak it down. Something like this. Not sure if that makes sense, but let's just roll with it for now. And there is one tool that I have never used, and that would be, well, before doing that, I just want to be thicker. So maybe, let me choose, I can select the group of points and we can make a group. So we make a group like this, and now I can choose select one of the other. So select these guys and let me choose, have this like this. Okay, I think I make a mistake. We have, no, actually it's all good. Okay. We got confused there for a second. I can do this and actually I think that can be something like this, and this can be moved down. You know, to make the whole design more interesting, I think we can put them like this, so it's not straight. Yeah, something like this. We can make 2 of these guys. So there is a tool in Modeler that I have never used, but it's called, I think it's just copy to point. Copy transform. But I have never used it in Modeler. So let's find it. So here, duplicate. So yeah, that was incredibly hard to do, I bet. So yeah, can I isolate the objects? Like, no. Okay, that would be crazy. But it is getting difficult to work on these guys. So let me hide everything else. And yeah, that's not gonna cut it. One thing that I could do is like, I can combine the objects, then I can hide everything else. Wait a second. Okay, ghost, and I got only these 2 objects, and I combine them. Now they are okay. So that's why I got that's why it was misbehaving. So I'm gonna take a break real quick and go to the bathroom and see if I can recover some of the work and also save up some references. I'm gonna be back. Okay guys, we're back, and it seems like we didn't lose much, if any, work, so that's good. And one thing that I noticed is that, okay, this is we need to make if these are batteries, they need to be a lot bigger if we want these handles to make sense. So let's maybe if we can put them in the back, or we will also get rid of the notion of the batteries having handles at all. But for now, maybe let me just let me not get too much into the. Okay, let me see what I'm trying to do here. First, we need to start Modeler. Next, I want to select the group. I go over here and I say group. Now I do this, and finally, I don't know if you know this, but this is really useful. You can see that we have separate selections on the same object, on the same piece of geo, but the handle is not taking into account that they are separate subgroups, let's say. But if you go to transform space and switch it to local frame by connectivity, then we tweak the orientation, you can get something like this, and that's really nice. So that's cool. And maybe we can make these guys, if I switch to component, now I do this, although if okay, never mind. I can just do this, and yeah, maybe that looks better, definitely. Now we need to move down these guys, so I can just do this. Okay, let me select the group again. Now we select the handle. I press move. I move it down. It works. That's nice. One more thing that I could do is I can just delete this guy and now I can hide everything else and just select this loop, move it down, do an edge, delete loop cut, I should say. Now I connect these two guys with the pen tool, and I can we can do a knife here like this. Well, not like that. I don't want it straight. I want to be parallel to the other loops. I can have something like this, and maybe I can push this guy in and do a small bevel here. And we could spend a lot of time detailing this guy, but since at least my main focus right now is the whole body, I'm just going to stop right now. Okay. Although it is fun to start adding detail, but I have been trying to contain myself. So for now, let's just do this. Let's keep it like that. Maybe let's just do a little bit of detail. Let me do one more cut here, so I can select this like this. I bevel this. That will allow me to select these guys. Okay. That will allow me to select these guys. Selections. This selection is a bit trickier, and I just noticed that I need to also do something here. Component, and I can, okay, I'm wondering why it's not, okay, never mind. Okay, so I can select these guys. Now I go for these guys, and like this, and like that, and I can push this guy in. Maybe I can even pick it. No, never mind. Pick it's not gonna work. Let me switch to component, and I select the normal, and I move it inwards like this, and now we got a handle like that. Yeah, I can just merge these guys. We can make the topology pretty later. Yeah, something like that. Okay, one more thing. I can't select this, move it up. Now I select this guy and I push it. Push it just slightly. Let me see if I copy and paste this guy. I only do that because it's already colored. Let me intersect it here and let's do a thicken and scale it up. Okay, it's gonna be a bit harder. Let me orient the normal and do that. Now I can use the duplicate tool and do this. Yeah. Not sure if that makes sense, but I can select this bottom section and extract it. Now let me focus on this guy for a second and we move it up this, and let's finish this section. We do that again here. G for repeat the operation, and I can choose merge these two guys. Okay, yeah, done. Now I bridge these guys. Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. Do that again, and I will need one more loop here. Here. So these two and this two. These two right here. Okay, and now we can choose bridge these two guys and do the same thing here. Maybe I don't need this. And obviously we are going to mirror this guy, so delete this guy. And I choose ghost order objects. Now I can come here and move this down, or tweak it down. Get to the side. I'm wondering what happens if let me combine these two guys and want to. There's also this command. Let me save first because I can mess this up. There's this command that will center the pivot, the mesh, the object pivot on the mesh. Now I can move this guy, scale it up, do this. And let me see what happens if I was wondering why it didn't look flipped, but now I got my answer. So maybe this thing can be on the side. Not too sure about this. Even if I'm not sure I'm gonna use it, I still want to have this thing filled because of OCD. So let me flatten this. Yeah. Now let me select, move them to the side. Okay. So I can choose. It's better if I do it like this, holding the H key. That's a native Houdini thing. Okay, so you got something like a battery pack. For now, let's just forget about it and let me color this guy. Hide others, and one thing we could also do is a temporary sim instance. Or forget about it because we're not gonna get a sim instance because it's another object. But we could symmetrize and work like that. So there's one thing that is very important, and just push. Now it would be more like push this guy. This. For color, and we are gonna give it like a it's gonna be black. Think we need to. Okay, let me just do it like this. Well, first I think we need to work with more detail than this. So for a quick subdiv and clean up some of the extra topology. Obviously, I can symmetrize every time the changes are not happening on both sides. Now I can push this in like this, delete this, and this one as well. I can move this, not symmetrize. So one thing we could do extrude these guys and extrude this in. Now I can bridge, give it more segments, and do a curve, something like this. So I symmetrize again. Let's fix the edge. And I can select this guys. Sim instance. Digo, I mean sim selection. And okay, wait a second. I need to let me isolate this guy because otherwise So we do this. I can extrude and bridge. Maybe I can choose delete. Yeah, I figured I was missing one polygon. So I can do this. I forgot that I can sim select. Then we do this and do a bridge. Didn't work for some reason, but we already know that we can help it out a little bit. So let me fill and do a quadrangle grid. Now we got something like this, and I can bridge, I can do a bevel of these guys. And wait, let me think we are gonna have a problem. Yeah, because we're sharing that topology. So I'm not sure if I should bridge these two or let's do it like that for now. Now let me want to isolate this. Okay, so let me select this guy. I want to do an inversion of this selection, Control I. Now I do isolate. Now I have control over this. So the thing that I wanted to do was to select these guys, sim select, flatten. Let me move it down. Okay, maybe for this I do need a transform because I want to snap. And the isolation. So now we have a flat surface. And let me scale this. Yeah. Scaling like this. Let's see what happens if I increase the geometry here and just move this guy down. Now what I want to do is to symmetrize this on Y. So symmetrize, run axis there. Be like symmetrize. Okay, wait a second. Let me see what's happening. Without anything selected, I say, what if I do clip? Okay, yeah, I think I know what's happening. And it's because it's not aligned. It's trying to do symmetry here at the bottom. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. So there's a couple of things that we can do. One of them will be, let's select this. Okay, let me focus on this for a second. I think I can do this and just do normal fill. And let me do a single polygon for now. Let's go back to this and say symmetrize. Okay, that's good. Now I can do this. And do this. Well, I could also symmetrize again, but forget it. I can select this point on this point, and now I can say set origin, and it's gonna place the origin in the average of those two, which is the middle. And now I can go to minus y, select symmetrize, except that is just y, not minus, and say symmetrize, and it's working. If you want to reset that, what you need to do is say set origin again without anything selected, and it's just going to reset. As you can see, it says symmetry origin is reset. Let me check something here real quick. Okay, so for now, maybe, I'm feeling like we could bridge these two guys. And I'm going to ignore the back side for now because it's not gonna be visible. And also we could always symmetry on this axis as well. So maybe I don't even want to do that. So I think we can just leave it like that. There is, however, one thing that I want to do, and that is to separate these objects from, the frame that we have been working on from the capsule, let's say. So I can choose control. I could choose extract it, and there is that. And for this, I'm thinking we could do a selection. Let me see if we can fix it in one full swim. First, let's delete it, and now, of course, because it's Houdini 20, we're having trouble selecting holes. But yeah, hopefully it's gonna get fixed soon. But yeah, we have been dealing with this since release. This is not a modeler thing, it's just a Houdini thing. So selected everything, and now we choose fill and say quadrangle grid, and that's it. Nice. I think we could also come here and do this here, and maybe, just maybe, do like a bridge. Okay, never mind for a second. I can't do something like this. Select this and push it in. Now we can do a bevel here. Now at least there's something interesting inside. Oops, I can also select these guys and set a color on them. I don't know if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, but probably not. Mainly because nobody's watching, but I could just, well, first let's get this over with and put a color here, whatever color, Let me copy and paste this guy, select it, right? Now I want to extract the copy. Let me select the copy. I want to center the pivot and move it up. And I'm thinking I just got a really nice frame for the chest. So let me make this black. Or maybe not. Actually, let's do the opposite. Okay, what did I do? Okay. Let me center the pivot. Okay, first, okay. I think it's getting confused. So let's try to help it a little bit. Let me select everything. Oh yeah, I think I know what's happening. Okay, so let's take a look at the nodes and select the object. By the way I isolate this is, for example, let's select this object, and now it's this one. But let's say I don't see it. So what I do is I press A to arrange the node. Obviously, the shortcut A in this viewport is tweak for modeler. But if we go over here and press A, is the same shortcut in Houdini, and the network is the same shortcut as always. So it just arranges the nodes. And if I do an arrangement on a empty space, it's just gonna bring the node over there. That's how I isolate things. So, I mean, it looks pretty standard. So maybe let me just freeze this. Okay, so that's what we needed. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Anyways, the good thing is that I think we have some sort of frame for a robot now. Awesome. So let me first, I'm still having trouble with this. So let me figure out, let me freeze it again. I'm gonna freeze it. I'm going to center the pivot. Okay. Now I'm going to delete the history, and it should be working. Okay. So let's try not to move it in object space, but only the geometry. So let's do that. Can get a little bit confusing. It's not the most straightforward thing in Houdini, but it's not bad either. It's not too bad. Could be worse. So if we want to make this a frame, I think we need, first let's ghost the other objects, so we work in context. And now I delete these guys and select these two, select that. Okay, obviously we're still running into this issue, but you can just select this. The only problem with this color is that the wireframe is getting real difficult to work with. And I cannot see anything. So background gray, that's better. And everything else looks horrendous, but let me hide the nulls. Okay, we cannot do that. Move this, tweak this guy like this. Now I think I can select the whole thing, this, do a bevel. Also, we could symmetrize this. It's already symmetrized, because we have the mirror going for us. So let me just do a knife. So just do a knife here. Go to the center and delete everything else. Now we have it on both sides. Okay, so I can move this one to the front, this one to the back. Maybe I can do this. And we can follow the language, the design language that we have been using, which is we push this one in a little bit. Obviously, if I'm able to do it. Okay, I think we need the top view. So select this and do this. Okay, that's amazing. Now we can push this out. Like this. And we can move it, tweak it down, like this. And let's get rid of this extra geometry. Let's hide everything so we can focus on this shape. So just delete this and okay, let me select this. Now we just bridge these two guys like this. Let me do the same thing here. Delete this, select the loop, click, click, click. Come here and bridge. That's right. I come here. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Let's ghost other objects, and I think I want to bring this forward. Let me just select lasso front and tweak it. Sorry, lasso back. So we select the front and the back. Move it down, and that's it. Maybe not so much. Happens if let me select this guy and oh, let me do an extension. Move this one down and I flatten the edge. We come here and show all. These pieces belong to this, so let me let me just extract it. Like this, and I can feel it. Get rid of this guy, and also this are mine. Now I can feel. What I want to do is like this object, something like this, and this piece here. I think it makes more sense if I choose do this. Obviously we need to flip it, and I can extend this back, or let's just extrude it and do the same thing here. Down slightly, and maybe these guys I can get rid of. Okay, never mind. Never mind that. Let's just forget about that for now. Let me isolate this piece, hide everything else, and yeah, wait a second. This one goes to here, and this one goes here. Let me delete these two. Push this one down. Actually, I think we can delete this one, and yeah, it's better. Now I can come here and do one of these guys and bring it up. This. And about these two guys, for now, let's just do that. I'm trying to make pretty topology right now. Let me bring this guy down, and I think I can get rid of this. Never mind. What we could do is select this and bring it up. This. And let's forget about that extra topology. Select box front. Well, I could choose flatten this. Yeah. That's it. And I could, for this whole thing, can do flatten and auto. And now they're all on the same plane. Now I can do the same thing on this and do a flatten down, and yeah. Why don't we flatten this as well? Auto again. Now the same here. Auto. it's so easy to conform these shapes. Okay, let's ignore the back for now, and I can just come here and push it. This, move it like that, and let's see the rest of the model. That would be Ghost, and I can polish and this like this, maybe a bit down, and select this and tweak it up. This will be like a cover for the rotator. I can also select these guys and to the side, and we can knife. I'm thinking, yeah, that doesn't make much sense. I can also scale it. There's one more thing we could do, and that is if I select this whole thing and do a set origin. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but let me see H. I mean, I can also rotate it like this, and yeah, that definitely worked. Sweet. Maybe if I rotate as well. I think I want it flat. So, not extremely sure about this, but you know, maybe we can also do something like that. Yeah, let's not do that for now. So we can move this up. Let me see if I have something on my references about shoulders. You can see, let me show you guys. These are some covers for the shoulders. This one almost covered the whole arm. I think I quite like this one. So if we want to get something like this, I think it needs to be flat. So one way of achieving that will be select all of this and switch to component, align, and do that. Now we select everything and let's align it once again, bring it down. Now what we want to do is we select these guys and extrude those out. This, and we can select the top section. Let me just flatten that with auto and push it. Ooh. Okay, maybe not. Let's just do flatten on this as well. And use peak to push it out. Let's do a peak here as well. And maybe we can slide it like this. There's another thing, I can do 2 loops here. And with that, I can select this and scale it apart. Well, I think it's gonna be complicated, so let me slide one section first. Then I slide the next one. Yeah. Now we want to get that. For this, I will need to hide others, and also I will need to let's switch the color to a light to see which one looks more readable. Yeah, I think this one. I think this one's better. So let's just leave it like that, and let me delete this. And now we just cross the pen tool. We do the same here, like this. And let me slide this up. And we can't. This is bothering me, so. We'll even terminate that guy over there, but let's not focus on that for now. Want to slide it down, and now we get that shape. We definitely need to flatten this. Now we can also flatten these two. Well, these two guys are flattened, but we can't do this. Same thing for this. I mean, I need to repeat the operation, and yeah. Push this guy out and see if it looks better. Sorry. Maybe I can just scale it, that's it. And it gets difficult when you cannot use symmetry because of the orientation. Next time I will make sure the arm is straight. Actually, we could do that right now. Let me see, so we can make our lives easier. So right now I'm seeing the side view like this, and I want the arm to be as straight as possible. So let me use the rotator as reference. Okay, that looks straight. Wait. Yeah. Now, can also move it back. You know what, guys? I think it's definitely starting to take shape. Now, I can't. Let me delete half of it already because it's making me mad. Okay. So if I maximize the side and just work with the word axis, I like this. Especially if I go to wireframe, I can make sure that this is all flattened. Let's just make sure that I don't miss any one. So I can work like this. These edges don't matter to me too much. Okay. Okay. So now we go to smooth wire and we can do this and we should have a straight piece. That's ready for mirroring. So let me, when we're seeing the guide, the markers, sorry, let me, markers, and we go, okay, never mind, let's keep that like this. But when we have ghost geometry, I want to have also the wireframe showing. Okay, so I move these guys here, and I need to go back to the perspective. Now I should be able to, okay, this is not flattened for some reason. Oh, I think the arms still need some, no, never mind. Okay, so now I can set the origin. C, and I can symmetrize this. Yeah. Now I can move this, and yeah, we're getting symmetry, guys. That's good. So I can select this, and I can flatten that surface. If I don't make a mistake, that is. Shift N for flatten, click. I can then do this. I'm thinking this guy should be straight as well. This whole thing. So I just shift to this. Now I push that like that. And these two guys, I tweak them down like this. Now we have this corner right here. Can snap it. Wait a second. Yeah, I don't think that's... Can do it by eye like this. And I can flatten this section. Just flatten down. Beautiful. I can just move this whole thing down and maybe select these guys and move them in. And maybe just do some extrusion, like extrude. How should I do that? Okay, move this up. Okay, that's one way to do it. I think we can maybe do this and select the whole thing. I don't think it's symmetrizing right now. So let me again like this. Yeah. And I can select the points, move this down. And we can do the same thing here. Like that. Maybe before we go, we can put this on its neck. Let me just figure out a good way to do it. This is one of those occasions when we are going to try the new, try features that I'm not familiar with. And that is, we can make instances with Modeler. But I have never put it to the test. It should be simple though. So basically, it's a shortcut. It's an automated way of doing an instancing like this. So, let's just try it. Well, first, let me. Oh, I think that's okay. So I'm just going to come here and select instance. And now we get an instance over here. Piston instance. Now we can move it. I'm not sure what the mirror will do to one of these guys. So let me just refresh it for a second to see if it even works. So, wait, I think I look, okay, this is the piston, right? Let me just color it a little bit first. And select these guys, Control-Shift-C, and do a, like a, something like this. Let me go up. And Let's see if the mirroring works. Press P and refresh the expression. Yeah, it's not working, but it's okay. So what we can do to get it to work will be, maybe the same instance will work. So let's try that out. Let me use same instance. I mean, it did come out, so yeah, but it's not working. I think I can just copy and paste the geometry. So let me choose copy and paste this guy, move it up, and now we should be seeing symmetry because, I mean, we are not gonna instance these objects anyway, so it doesn't matter. Do something like this, and what is gonna be fun is later when we are rigging this guy, because I want to rig this guy. The pistons moving and everything, like full production. So these pistons later I'm going to replace them with a proper mesh, but for now they serve a good purpose. I can come back here and say this and Ctrl+Shift+C and make this white. Now I come here and I say, can turn this off. Oh, if I turn that off, it's not going to do anything. Let me just come here, say, make another object. I think the arms are too large, and the feet are too large as well. But it's definitely coming along. So that's it for today. See you guys on the next one.